Let's start with defining polygon. Of course, polygon has to do with what? Shapes. Alright? Shape with many sides. Shape with what? Many sides. Alright? Hexagon has to do with what? Shape with many sides. So you can see this is a polygon because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. Okay? Alright? We have the one with 6 sides and so. Now, the number of sides it has determines the kind of name it will have. Alright? So this one that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is called a pentagon. I hope you understand that now. Alright. Now we have types of polygon. We have regular polygon and irregular polygon. Now, regular polygon, that is to say that all the sides it has are equal. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides are equal, it becomes a regular polygon. Do you understand me? Alright. So now also, if it is a regular polygon, then all the angles inside are also equal. The angles inside are equal. I hope you understand that now. Alright? Those are the basic things. Then the next thing to understand is that we have an internal angle. So this is an internal angle. We call it interior angles. Alright? So every polygon has, angles attached to the side. Of course you can see now. Right? Every polygon has a total sum of their angles. Whether it's regular or irregular. The number of sides in that polygon determines the sum of angles in that polygon. Are you getting me now? That is when we add this plus this plus this plus this plus this. Is a fixed value for pentagon. Is a fixed value for pentagon. Even if pentagon is regular or irregular. And pentagon, that is to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon, 5 sides. Are you getting me now? Good. So now the interior angles, alright, has a particular sum and there's a formula for it. Alright? So the formula, first of all, the number of sides is n. Alright? The number of sides for the polygon is n. And the formula for the sum of angles, the total of all the angles in any polygon is 2n minus 4 multiplied by 90 degrees. Alright? This is the formula. So we call it sum of what? Sum of what? Angles in what? A polygon. Are you getting me now? Alright? Whether it is regular or irregular. So let's start with something you know. For example, triangle. A triangle has 3 sides, alright, and 3 different angles, okay? Now the sum of angles in that triangle is 180, no matter the kind of triangle it is. You understand what I'm saying now? Right? So the sum of angles in a triangle is what? 180. In the same way, all the polygons have number of angles. For example, when you have your rectangle or your square, the sum of angle in the rectangle is 360 degrees. How? 90, 90, 90, 90 times 4. That is 360 degrees. Now, you already understand how to do this. And mind you, you can also use this formula to prove all those things I just said now. The sum of angle in a triangle. Triangle is 3 sides. You can put 3 here and multiply by 90 to discover that is what? 180. For the, what you call it, for the laterals, you can also put 4 here. 2 times 4, 8. 8 minus 4, 4. 4 times 90, and that will give you 360 degrees. I just explain all this so that you can understand what polygon is all about. That's for interior angles of the polygon. Some of angles in a polygon, that's interior angles, the angle inside. Then we now have what we call external angles. Okay, that one is very simple because no matter the shape, no matter the polygon it is, the sum of exterior angles for all of them are equal. Alright, let me explain. So let's assume that this is the exterior angle. Can you see exterior angle? This exterior angle, exterior angle, exterior angle. Then the last one, exterior angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the exterior angles are the same for all polygons. That is, they have total sum of 360 degrees. For triangle, the exterior angle is 360. For pentagon, the exterior angle is what? 360, and for quadrilaterals. I hope you understand that. So the sum of angles, the sum of the external angle is what? 360 degrees. You understand me now? Okay. So now with all this explanation, we can now go ahead to answer these 3 questions, and at the end of they will be able to understand the topic, okay? So let me get my duster. Alright, let's start by solving the first question. Alright, the first question, let's do. Now remember we read the question before. I just needed to explain so that you can understand. So what we're looking for here is what? It said the interior angles of the hexagon are 107 degree, 2x degree, 150 degree, 95 degree, 2x minus 15 degree, and 123 degree. Find the values of s. So we're looking for the value of s. So you already know that this is hexagon, that is this side, right? So the first thing to do is, you know, this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, they will all give you a definite value. That is, they have a specific value. That is the sum of angles in a hexagon. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's go. Oh, this thing is just pouring out. So some of interior angles of a polygon. Let me use that as polygon. Remember the formula is what? 2n minus 4, right? Then 90 degrees. You remember that, right? Okay, so now the number of sides for this one now is hexagon, that is 6. Okay? So now when we put 6 here, that will be what? 2 times 6 minus 4 multiplied by 90 degrees equal to what? Eh? Equal to the sum of all these angles. I don't know if you understand. When you add this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, you're going to get the same value as this. You understand what I'm saying? Because these are all the interior angles. I hope you understand, right? Hmm? Or you can also solve this one individually. Just solve this one and get the answer for this one. Then you can now say this equal to the answer again. Alright? So but I would like to solve it together. So let's go. So we have let's solve this because of space, let's just solve this. So what we have? 2 times 6, that would be what? 12 minus 4, right? Multiply by 90 degrees. And that would be what? Now, 12 minus 4, that would be what? 8. 8 times 90 degrees. So 8 times 90, that would be what? 72. That's 720 degrees. You understand? Okay, therefore, 107 degrees plus 2x plus 150 plus 95 plus 2x minus 15 plus 123 all will equal to what? 720 degrees. I hope you understand that. Alright? So let's add now. 107 plus 150, that will be 257. 257 plus 95. Let's do 257 plus 95. That will be what? That will be 352. 352 plus 123. 123. 57. So that's 475, right? 475. So we have 475 plus 2x, right? Plus this other 2x minus 15. Everything is equal to 720. I hope you're following me, right? Alright, we're just simplifying this now. Alright, so let's unpack this. So we have 475 plus. Now, when you remove this bracket, it's not significant because we have plus here, right? So 2x plus 2x, that's 4x. Alright? Then minus 15 equal to 720. Okay, so now 475 minus 15, that will be what? That will be 460, right? So 4x plus 460 equal to 720, right? Now 4x equal to 720 minus 460. That is when you subtract 460 from both sides. I hope you understand, right? So what we have now? We have 4x equal to, this subtract, let's do it 720 minus 4C 0, 0, follow 1 here. That will be 6, 2. So the answer is 2C0. Alright? So S equal to 2C0 divided by 4. And that will be what? 4 here is 1. 4 is 26 is what? 6. Remainder 2. 4 is 20. Remainder 2 here. 4 is 20. That will be what? That will be 5. So our value or the value for S is 65. That will be option B. Did you see that? Option B is the correct answer, right? I hope you understand that. Right, let's solve this next question. Alright, let's solve the next question, okay? Let's go. The interior angle of a triangle are in the ratio 2, 5, 8. Find the difference between what? The smallest and the largest angle. So this is a triangle, okay? So this one is not difficult, alright? Because the sum of angles in a triangle is what? Y is. So let's go. So the interior angle is in the ratio 2 ratio 5 ratio 8. I hope you can see that matter. Alright. So now we're looking for the difference between the smallest and the largest, okay? So obviously you know that this one is what the largest. Now, when it comes to ratio, alright, ratio is more like the simplest form. When the angle is divided, the simplest form, that is what is common, in form of, after you have divided by what is common. Are you getting me now? So you now assume that the common thing is x. Let's assume that what is common to all this angle is x, alright? So this angle, the first angle, I'm looking for a way to break it down. There are many ways you can solve this, but I'm looking for a way to break it down. So let's assume that what is common. Remember when you say this plus 5 plus 8, you're not going to get y80, are you? No, you're not going to get y80. And the sum of angle in a triangle is y80. You're not going to have y80. So what this is ratio. And ratio means that there is something common, that is 2s plus 5x plus 8s. That is, if s is common to all of them, by the time you multiply all these numbers, that is when you can now get y80. Otherwise, just by adding all these numbers, you're not going to get y80. I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? It's more like saying, if I want to get the smallest angle out, you know, the way they talk to ratio, if I want to get the smallest angle out, say 2 over theta ratio, 2 plus 5, that is 7, 7 plus 5, that's 15. 2 over 15 times 180 degrees. You know now, they're all the same thing, right? They're all the same, right? So I think this one is shorter, but you also do like this. So like once you solve like this, you get the value for x, and you can now use that value for s to get the original angle. That is 2 times the value for s and 8 times the value for s. Alright, but let's go this way. This one is shorter. So 2 over 15 times 180, that will give me the smallest angle, right? So let's go. 3 here is what? 5. 3 here is what? 6. Right? So 5 here is 1. 5 is 6, 1. 5 is 10, 2. Can you see that? So 2 times 12, that will give me what? 24 degrees. So the smallest angle is 24 degrees. Let's go for the biggest angle. That's 8 over 15. Remember, this 15 is the total sum of the ratio. Are you getting me now? So that will be what? Times 180. So, like we did, when you divide this, you will have what? 12, right? So 8 times 12, 8 times 12, that will give me what? 96, right? 96 degrees. So the difference between these two will be what? 96 minus 2, 4. That will give me 72, right? Am I correct? Yeah. 72 degrees. Alright, so my answer for this one is 72 degrees. Can you see that? I hope you understand this now. Now let's go to the last question. An interior angle of a regular polygon is 150, right? This is a regular polygon now. So an interior angle, just one interior angle, is what? 150 degrees. How many sides has the polygon? So I believe I've solved this question before, but I want to solve it because of this topic so that we can now understand it. Let's solve it quickly. Now, an interior angle, just one of the angles is what? One of the angles is what? 150. Okay? So we don't know the number of sides that it has. Alright? But from the word interior angle, it means that it has equal size. And when it has equal size, it also has equal angle. So one of those angles is 150. So every one of them is 150. Alright? So the sum of that angle is more like 150 times n. That is 150 times how many they are. You understand what I'm saying? Good. So now, if 150 times n will give me the sum of angles, eh? Then likewise the formula too. Alright, the formula too. Remember the formula for sum of angles is what? 2n minus 4 times what? 90 degrees. I hope you understand. This formula can also be said to be n minus 2 times 180. They are all the same. By the time you factorize to here, you can use that to multiply 90 and get 180. Are you understanding me now? So now let's equate it. So 150n is the same thing as what? N minus 2 180 degrees. Are you with me now? Alright, so I can remove this by 0, cancel it. Alright, by the time I cancel the 0, I have 150n. Alright, then I will now have what? N times 80, that's 80n, minus 2 times 80, that's minus 36. Are you with me now? Then when you collect like terms, what do you have? When you collect like terms, that is bring this one inside out. 50n minus 80n equal to minus 36. So this is minus 3n, right? Equal to what? Minus 36. When you divide both sides by minus 3n, what do you have? Minus 3. N is now what? N is given as what? 12. Okay? The number of sides is what? 12. Right? So I hope you can solve questions on Polygon. Remember, I've explained everything that has to do with Polygon. So I'd like you to go and search for more questions so that you can solve and be sure that you have mastered the art of solving questions on Polygon. This is Mr. Brain. I am working with Classes. Thank you. Subscribe and share this video to your friends.